Nightfall descends on Tanah Toraja in the central highlands of Sulawesi, Indonesia. For Layok Sarunggalo, the day is still not over. There is someone he needs to call on, someone who's been waiting around for a long time.
Ada mama dengan? Wah. Kamu ini bikin apa? Nonton? Papamu mana, Andre?
Keluar,
Oh, Rante. Iya, saya mau lihat mama ini. Saya rindu sama mama. Kenapa sih? Mama ada, bisa dia lihat ya?
Mama is the late matriarch of this family who's been waiting patiently for her own burial.
Kita bicara dengan adik-adik. Kalau kita tidak pernah merencanakan satu schedule, ya susah. Ini sudah 1 tahun kok. Jangan sampai Anda lupa itu.
At first glance, life in Tanah Toraja looks like any other rural district in Indonesia. But what makes it different is that life here revolves around death. Toraja's landscape is littered with burial caves and tombs carved into limestone cliffs, the remains of the dead scattered everywhere. Effigies in honor of ancestors adorn the rock faces. Although most Torajans have now converted to Christianity, they continue to practice animist burial and funeral rites. A large part of their lives are devoted to rituals for the dead. As a ceremonial custodian of Toraja's burial rites, Layok Sarunggalo's life is devoted to the dead. He supervises the elaborate rituals that ensure the safe passage of souls to Puya, the afterlife.
Di atas ini, di dalam gua itu, saya sudah menyiapkan tempat. Bila kelak usia saya harus selesai di sini dan keluarga saya bisa sepakat, saya punya kapling di sini bersama kakek dan nenek saya. Daerah kesana ini satu itu semua jadi laci jenazah. Jadi begitu luasnya area pemakaman di sini yang tidak mengganggu lahan pertanian.
Burial sites are so much a part of Tanah Toraja's landscape that graves can be found almost everywhere, even in the trees.
Nah ini namanya tara. Bayi yang ditanam di dalam adalah bayi yang lahir paling lama 1 minggu. Oleh karena orang Toraja beranggapan bahwa manusia yang umurnya maksimal 1 minggu itu belum sama sekali sadar apa yang dilakukan. Olehnya itu kenapa sampai di dalam pohon ini supaya arwahnya itu diantar ke Sang Pencipta, sehingga mulai dari bayi sampai dewasa masing-masing ada pemakaman sendiri-sendiri. Pemakaman selama ini ya seperti orang-orang. Nah ini buahnya begini, segar. Ini enak, manis. Inilah. Jadi oleh karena pupuknya dari bayi, kita juga sudah menikmati ini.
In a culture where the dead are so important, the main social events are naturally funerals. As ceremonial custodian, Layok's the resident expert.
Di situ juga dulu pernah pada bulan Desember lalu ada upacara pemakaman yang menurut saya salah satu termasuk upacara akbar juga, sama dengan yang di Talung Lipu karena manusia cukup banyak, pondok di sekeliling halaman di atas itu banyak. Jadi setiap bulan di Toraja pasti ada, setiap bulan. Itu tergantung dari siapa yang meninggal, sehingga bentuk upacaranya besar, sedang, atau kecil. Itu tergantung. Tetapi setiap bulan ada, itu pasti ada.
Without a proper funeral, a soul cannot begin its journey to the afterlife. Torajan funerals are highly elaborate events that last for days, particularly for families of noble descent. It's the cultural custodian's job to make sure they are carried out according to tradition.
Saya sangat sibuk. Saya datang pagi ini untuk melihat evaluasi minggu lalu. Ya, saya syukur bahwa ada kemajuan. Upacara yang akan kami lakukan adalah salah satu yang terbesar. Bukan salah satu yang besar saja, tapi salah satu yang terbesar.
Thousands of guests are expected for this funeral for a local patriarch. Because of the cost and logistics involved, these events can take months to prepare.
Memang sangat mahal. Ada orang luar Toraja yang menganggap itu satu hal-hal yang sangat muskil, tetapi kalau itu dibagi secara sukarela oleh seluruh keluarga, juga ada keentengan di situ.
With everything in place for this big event, Layok makes his way across the valley to prepare for yet another one. Knowing Torajan funerals are generally difficult to set up, this time he has decided to intervene sooner rather than later to get preparations underway. Layok is presiding over a family meeting to decide on schedules and resources for the funeral of an uncle who died a week ago. Getting families to agree on how to share the costs of such expensive funerals can become awkward and complicated. This accounts for the long wait some souls have to endure. These meetings usually last well into the night. But this time, Layok and his understudy Tilang have done relatively well. With his family in full agreement on how to share the costs and organization of his funeral, the late Uncle Ember will leave for the afterlife in just 2 months. But there are many other souls who have had to wait a lot longer. Sundays is also a day off for Tanah Toraja's ceremonial custodian. Layok spends it with his family, attending Sunday Mass at the local church. Practicing Christianity for decades, most Torajans don't have a problem reconciling their Christian beliefs with animist practices. They regard Puya, the afterlife, in the same way as the concept of heaven. But the path to heaven in Torajan Christianity is more elaborate, and one that requires the presence of Layok. But today, not all Torajans go along with time-honored customs. Even Layok's family has its share of dissenters. On the other side of Tanah Toraja's main town, Rantepao, is a transport company run by Layok's cousin Aci. A successful local businessman, Aci operates a fleet of charter vehicles. Although always ready to help Layok cover ground in his endeavors to assist souls to the afterlife, Aci is one of a growing number of Torajans who do not agree with elaborate funerals. The very traditions Layok is working to preserve.
Saya tidak setuju untuk pesta ini penghamburan, dalam arti bahwa kita melihat adat ini atau upacara ini membuat orang itu mengeluarkan gengsi, membuat besar-besar yang tidak sesuai mungkin dengan bagaimana mereka punya turunan yang lain akan menjadi susah. Gitu.
Kita ke Tondon di Nek Minda. Ada satu keluarga di situ yang belum sempat memakamkan saudaranya dan orang tuanya.
Nek Minda's problem is well known in the area. Because of a noble lineage in Torajan society, by tradition, she is obliged to put on a large and expensive ceremony for her dead aunt, Nek Linche. But nobility these days does not always equate to wealth. Netminda rears pigs for a living. She cannot possibly afford to pay for the funeral on her own. Layok calls in on her from time to time to see if she's had any luck getting her family together for the necessary pre-funeral meeting. Netminda has been looking after the dead body of Net Linche for nearly 6 years now. Layok also takes the opportunity to check on the late Net Linche, whom he points out is not really dead.
Walaupun sudah jadi jenazah, tetapi kami orang Toraja sebelum diupacarakan masih dianggap orang sakit yang perlu dirawat, diberi makanan sesuai dengan waktu masih hidup, kopi, teh, dan sebagainya.
Nek Lince bilang, kalau saya meninggal, jangan dibalut. Kasih tidur saja, dan saya punya baju kasih masuk, sarungnya pakai tutup dengan selimut.
Nah ini peralatan-peralatan itu. Masih ada obatnya, masih ada minyak, masih sakit jadi masih bisa di...
Tempat sirinya, ini sepukna. Ya kalian tahu motor batapan di sisa rupiah. Oh ini tempat. Itu tidak ada persetujuan dari Kemanakannya. Itu saja, belum ada persetujuan dari Kemanakan.
Ya mudah-mudahan yang kita usulkan kepada mereka itu
sudah ada persetujuan ya, tapi belum ada.
Until her family meets and agrees on sharing costs for the funeral, Netlinche has no choice but to wait for the elaborate ceremony required by tradition for her safe passage to the afterlife. Back at the village, the big funeral of the late patriarch begins with the opening procession. The entire district has turned up, many bearing sacrificial gifts and tributes. The cultural custodian offers his best wishes to the family. A huge entourage escorts the coffin for miles, parading it on a large circuit through the surrounding fields and villages. The soul's last tour of its earthly dwelling. The return of the coffin completes the grand opening. Braving the rain back at the main arena, the villagers must now heave the heavy coffin up onto a high platform, so the soul can preside over his own funeral. His widow will stay by his side, keeping him company throughout the rest of the fiesta. The funeral event is now officially open. More guests start to arrive. This is when the funeral comes alive for the living. A relentless succession of buffalo fights thrill the crowds, offering villagers a chance for quick rewards from their prized beasts. Costing several hundred US, buffaloes are central to these events and a measure of success. The more buffaloes, the better the funeral. While they entertain the living, buffaloes actually play a much more significant role for the dead.
Syarat yang kita harus penuhi adalah mengadakan kerbau sebagai kendaraan dari arwah almarhum kembali ke Tuhan. Sehingga dengan otomatis juga malaikat yang menjaga lokasi tempat arwah itu tahu, oh ini sudah harus masuk ke sorga. Upacara pemakaman Toraja yang paling tinggi pada zaman kemarin, di mana di samping kerbau yang dipotong, harus juga ada manusia yang dipotong di situ. Tetapi sesudah kemerdekaan dengan adanya peri kemanusiaan, maka penyembelian seseorang manusia itu dihilangkan, tetapi jumlah kerbau yang dipotong itu ditambah jenisnya.
With the sacrifice done, the buffaloes are transformed into a fleet of vehicles to carry the soul to the afterlife. After yesterday's buffalo slaughter, the big funeral is nearly over. Today is the final day of the ceremony. With a major funeral nearly every month, large buffalo markets are held regularly. Buffaloes are an important investment for the inevitable, one that weighs heavily on the thoughts of many Torajans, especially Netminder, who has come to check on the latest prices.
$7 juta. Nggak bisa kurang kan?
Being a noble, she will need over 20 buffaloes for Net Lynch's funeral, but she has yet to acquire even one. Over at the funeral ground, the villagers are cleaning up for the closing procession later today. Layot has come early to inspect the area.
Sesudah pemakaman massal itu ada bengkalai-bengkalai, tanduk-tanduk yang bekas kemarin yang dipotong, ada darah, kemudian timbul bau. Bau ini buat kita bukan mengganggu, tetapi ini adalah satu, seandainya ini masakan, itu adalah bumbu. Bahwa dengan adanya bau, kami semakin menikmati apa yang kami lakukan.
Mabadong, a chanting circle, echoes around the village, expanding as more relatives join in. This is the last farewell before the coffin is taken away from the village for the burial, when the soul can finally reach its destination. Just as a fleet of buffaloes carries the soul, a long convoy of motor vehicles accompanies the body to its final resting place. Instead of a cliffside tomb or cave, this family has built a special mausoleum for their ancestors. Layot does not seem to mind this improvisation. While the family pay their final respects, Layot appears relieved. Another soul safely off to the afterlife. The main event is over. As a small crowd lingers, Layot sees an opportunity to help Netminder resolve her problem.
ada sebagian dari keluarga kita yang sudah hadir di sini. Dan saya berharap kita masing-masing menemui keluarga kita yang ada, sehingga yang di luar Toraja itu seolah-olah dan merasa bahwa sudah terlibat di dalam keputusan yang akan kita tentukan. Ya, saya maklumi kakak juga terpojok oleh karena selama tahun ini tidak pernah ada waktu yang kosong, kita selalu dirundung oleh kematian. Jangan sampai sama dengan nenek kita di Buntao dulu, 38 tahun di rumah, bayangkan. 38 tahun.
With Layot's persistence, Net Minda may finally get through to the rest of her family and hopefully gain more support in her long struggle to bury Net Linche. It's the end of a long day. There's just one last thing Layot needs to do to wrap up his work. See video recordings of the event to make sure that the images are in order and the event was captured accurately for future generations. In Toraja, photographers are hired more frequently for funerals than they are for weddings. Although views about death rites are changing for many Torajans, most for now continue to be comfortable with the idea of their ceremonial custodian elaborately guiding them to heaven. Layot usually keeps a copy of these recordings, an archive of his life's work, preparing souls for their long journey to the afterlife.